Born in England, exploring English poetry, the East Midlands, an introduction. Poetry, a form of words that seems so elegantly simple in one verse and so cleverly complex in another. Each poet has a particular style, an individual and unique way with words, and yet each of us seems to recognise the path and destination of where the verses lead, even if sometimes the full comprehension may be a little beyond us. Through the centuries, every culture has produced verse to symbolize and to describe everything from everyday life, natural wonders, the human condition, and even in its more hubristic moments, the crushing triumph of an enemy. In the volumes of this series, we take a look at poetry through the prism of individual regions of England, or sometimes more quaintly known as Albion or Blighty, through the centuries of its gloried history. England, despite its perception of reserve and understatement, has in reality strode the global stage at various times, in many things, both good and bad, from empire to long-distance running. Here our focus is on its literature. Famed for its fiction and dramas, it is equally admired for its plethora of gifted poets and the dazzling verse which has added so much to its artistic legacy. These classic poets are wonders of their age and of their art. Genius is written in their names. In this volume, our poems come from the East Midlands, in the centre of England, once a vast manufacturing hub whose industries invented, created and exported the future to the entire world. From its industry in grime came poets of the first rank, including Alfred Lord Tennyson, D.H. Lawrence, Anne Bradstreet, John Dryden, John Clare and many others.
Can Life Be a Blessing? By John Dryden. Can life be a blessing, or worth the possessing? Can life be a blessing, if love were away? Ah, no, though our love all night keeps us waking, and though he torment us with cares all the day, yet he sweetens our pains in the taking. There's an hour at the last, there's an hour to repay. In every possessing, the ravishing blessing, in every possessing, the fruit of our pain. Poor lovers forget long ages of anguish, whate'er they have suffered and done to obtain. 'Tis a pleasure to sigh and to languish, when we hope to be happy again.
Happy the Man by John Dryden. Happy the man, and happy he alone, he who can call today his own, he who, secure within, can say, tomorrow do thy worst, for I have lived today. Be fair or foul, or rain or shine, the joys I have possessed, in spite of fate, are mine. Not heaven itself upon the past has power, but what has been, and I have had my hour.
Farewell, Ungrateful Traitor, by John Dryden. Farewell, ungrateful traitor, farewell, my perjured swain. Let never injured creature believe a man again. The pleasure of possessing surpasses all expressing, but is too short a blessing, and love too long a pain. 'Tis easy to deceive us in pity of your pain, but when we love, you leave us to rail at you in vain. Before we have descried it, there is no bliss beside it, but she that once has tried it will never love again. The passion you pretended was only to obtain, but when the charm is ended, the charmer you disdain. Your love by hours we measure, till we have lost our treasure. But dying is a pleasure, when living is a pain.
Ulysses by Alfred Lord Tennyson. Sample complete. Ready to continue?